Okay, Google, what time is it?
The time is 1:55 p.m.
Sweet. Today is Saturday, as many of you all may or may not know. Many of you all also have commented on my video yesterday, and what's funny about that rant video I did, it was actually part of a vlog. But since that rant ended up going like 5 minutes long, even though I was able to edit it down, so it's actually longer than that, it's like, man, I might as well make this a separate video and then put up the vlog footage later. Right now, I just got finished watching Casey Neistat because he announced that he's gonna stop vlogging, or daily vlogging. He's still gonna put up videos, still put up content, but as far as daily vlogging, he's done. And I knew it was gonna happen because if you ever watched any of his vlogs, he always talked about the whole reason why he started it was so that he could be challenged. But just like anything, once you start doing something enough times, it starts becoming easy and it's not as much of a challenge anymore. And if you're that type of person that needs something new or new adventure, you're gonna actually do something to move on. And it's interesting he mentioned that because right now, what I'm about to do is I'm about to start recording my video to talk about my experience at the National Museum of African American History and Culture. Because I always get that wrong when I say it. I'm about to do that to talk about my experience, but I think about YouTube as well, how I like it, but like I mentioned in my video, it's a hobby. So eventually one day, either I'm gonna quit YouTube or YouTube's gonna quit me, because you know how platforms, they come and go. And even though YouTube has been around and involved in 10 years, and it's kind of gained a following, or keeping a following, because now people are able to get paid from AdSense, or you know, they have Patreon or other fundraisers that they might have. Eventually, something else bigger and better is gonna come along, and this will fade away. Or I might just be like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, sell all my camera equipment to buy whatever the latest and greatest, you know, electronic technology, and somebody will pick that up and move on, you know, with it and grow from it. Because I think that's always amazing. You always have people who've been on YouTube for a long time and then they're like, I'm done. And then next thing you know, you see a new channel starting up. Regardless of what the trends are or what's hot, you're gonna always see somebody coming and going when it comes to things like YouTube. You see how Vine, they're finally doing away with that. So it's always gonna be something new, but it was interesting watching that. But let me stop rambling like right now so I can start doing this video, because if I don't, I know I'm gonna end up start watching the Ohio State-Michigan game because it's in the second half, and I'm not gonna get around to doing what I need to be doing, especially since my family left the house and I'm the only one in here right now. So I have no excuse not to record this video and to edit. All right, so I just got finished recording my video, just talking about my experience at the museum. And it was hard, just kind of like, I wrote down bullet points, but I don't know, maybe I should have wrote a script down or something like this, because just trying to explain this experience in less than 20 minutes is not that easy, especially trying to remember and look at the clips. Well, I looked at the clips that I recorded while I was there, and I recorded brief clips because I didn't want to just record the whole thing. It's one of those things where I hope I encourage those who are able to go, who are fortunate to go. Even if you feel like it doesn't have all the information there, leaving out parts and pieces, it's still a good conversation starter, because it's either one of those situations where if you didn't know anything, it'll encourage you to want to see more, or look for more, search for more. Or if you already know a lot about our history, whether it be in this country or elsewhere, it lets you add on to that information to somebody you're talking to while they're looking and while they're walking through. So I hope I do the video justice. I'm gonna try to edit it as best as I possibly can. Got the computer up, I just gotta transfer the files and all this other stuff like that. But man, it was rough though. It was rough because I'm trying to wing it. I'm trying to pronounce everything properly, and oh man, like I said, I hope I do it justice. I know the footage will do it justice, but I hope I did it justice enough that, you know, it will encourage or inspire people to just want to look a little bit further into it, or whether or not they want to make that trip or not. But if you were just to go by my word alone, I would say definitely go to the museum and check it out, because I know when it dies down a little bit, I'm definitely going back, because it's just that big of a museum that there's no way you can fully comprehend and grasp everything just on one trip and one trip alone. Because even when I went with my sister-in-law and my aunt, and she been there twice, if not 3 times, and still was things that she was seeing for the first time that she didn't see before then. So, but let me stop then, because then I'm like, man, I'm hyping this up, and if I ain't even edited it yet, y'all gonna be mad at me, and I ain't trying to do that. So I'll see y'all again shortly. All right, so I just got finished editing my experience at the Museum of African American History and Culture, and man, I'm not hating. I'm not being a hater when I talk about reaction channels, but I can understand why some YouTubers are upset. It took me 13 minutes to record this video. I started editing this video like around 3:45, 3:50. It is now 7:32, and I haven't even added the music yet, but adding the music will be the easiest part of this because it's just 2 tracks I'm gonna add and I don't have to cut them up or, you know, anything like that. But man, now I need to go get something to eat. Editing is brutal, and it's like you have some of these people out here grinding, you know, with the edits and the cutaways and adding the music and different types of effects. But then you got some people making a killing just by popping a video at the bottom of the screen and then just haha at the bottom of it. But it is what it is. It's a grind, it's a hustle, you know. Yeah, to some people it's a very lazy way to do it, and unfortunately too, it's mostly black folks doing it. Or at least that I've seen. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Please do not let only us be the ones doing most of the reaction channels, because that would be kind of embarrassing. But, you know, I understand, but, you know, you do what you gotta do. Like I mentioned in my rant video, you do what you gotta do to get your hustle on however you feel like you gotta do it, but I'm gonna keep grinding. Like I said, it's fun. The editing process, it can be brutal, but when people like the video, it makes it worth it. So, alright, now I'm gonna go get me some food, so I will talk to y'all later. You know how you have food in your house, but you don't want the food that's in your house? That's kind of like what happened to me. So I ran out and I got a sandwich from this place. I don't know if you have one in your area or not, but that's what I got. I don't know if it's any good or good for me. I'm about to find out one way or another. It's turkey, so it's not like red meat or anything like that, but still, I know some people are just against eating meat altogether. But that's it. I can't think of anything else right now, so this is gonna be the end of this vlog. So, as always, be wise. And until I see you guys next time, have a great evening, or day, or afternoon, whichever time of day you're watching this. Just have a good one.